What's interesting about this is that central bank digital currencies, which you and I have both been looking at for a while, have now risen to the level of national discourse in the US. And we're seeing, as you said, DeSantis, Ted Cruz, I mean, they're taking really strong positions against the CBDC. And I think we're going to see this heating up even more and more. And it's really interesting. It's like, why is this, relatively niche concept that is years away from happening in the United States, if it even happens at all? There's no evidence that this is even going to happen at all. How did this become a major political talking point, particularly among Republican politicians? And I think there's a bunch of reasons. I mean, I think we saw a hint of that in our conversation with Warren Davidson. I think, the CBDC has become sort of the symbolic issue, right? It's like for some of these people, it represents, this tool for state surveillance. It's something that China is doing. Are we going to become like China? So I think we're going to hear a lot of talking points like that going forward. And of course, it's not necessarily going to be the most substantive debate, but I think we're going to hear more and more about CBDCs, which is really interesting because they were kind of completely off the radar for a long time. And in a funny way, I think we will see them entering the mainstream consciousness, although not necessarily in a positive light.